if one wants to know that they've got a toxic boss, what are the ways? What are some of the characteristics that one should look for to say that probably I've been pegged with a bad boss or a toxic boss? How do you identify one?
It's been interesting because the word toxic boss has been now so promoted. When I started my career about 15 years back, we didn't know what it meant. You had a boss, and every manager was supposed to be good. Or you had, and then you would question your own self as to, um, what kind of a manager. And you didn't have words for it, right? When you start a career. So I'm glad that as now the Gen Z is sort of starting their career, we have how we identify emotions, you identify the kind of bosses you have. The primary I would tell people is look for micromanagers, people who are emotionally volatile. What I mean is either they're unavailable to you emotionally, mentally, or are constantly aggressive or throw their emotions and not able to manage it. Third is people who criticize you consistently, right? So more than development and feed. We'll talk about later about the difference between feedback and criticism. But criticism, as we know, is a negative connotation to constantly belittling you and your work. And I think the last is really about when it comes to ethical grounds today. So, which leads to also ethical doesn't mean that the person's lying to you, but it's unfair treatment, whether it would come under promotion or favoritism, for example, but also using language, profanity, language that's not acceptable in a culture. So I think these are 4 or 5 behaviors that you can look out.